Hey everyone, I'm Pion and welcome to Pion's Perspective. Let's talk about Strife patch notes, version 0.2.38. So there are a few big changes in this patch. So the first one is the enchanting system. We got enchanting now again. It works different than before though. Additional to crafting an item or changing components while crafting an item, you can now enchant the recipe. The enchantments which are available are depending on the item, so every item has different ones. And they can change the costs of a recipe and the stats of a recipe. So for example, we have haste here for the Fellblade, which gives an additional 5 movement speed, but makes the recipe 105 gold more expensive. This is a pretty good system in my opinion. It's a good balance between personalizing your item build and have a good item variation and not having too much power progression in the game. So I like this a lot. Then we have a new pet. It's called Fitz, it's a bat, and it excels at ganking enemy heroes. It has an active, which is damage over time and grants vision. Then we have on heroes, then we have a passive bonus gold for hero kills and a bonus movement speed while out of combat. So this pet seems to be quite strong if you want to gank a lot. So far, however, ganking was not very effective in general because pushing early game was way more important in the laning phase, getting this tier 1 turret down as fast as possible. So basically giving a pet which buffs ganking might make ganking more viable, which is good because it probably leads to a more interesting laning phase. So this pet might be a little bit too weak right now. I heard a lot of people saying that the stats are not so strong right now, but in general this is a pretty good change to make the laning phase more interesting. Good addition to the mix of pets we have so far. So then courier move speed increased to 600 from 500. This is good because the courier doesn't have this problem reaching you anymore when he delivers an item. However, this might have some negative effects on the bottom lane because it might make it even more snowbally because you have an even easier time getting your items quick and keeping up your advantage as soon as you have one now. So yeah, this might become a problem, but we will see. In general, to tackle this problem, you should consider other changes though, for example changes to potions or stuff like that, but yeah, this was quite necessary. It was super annoying to having this courier not reaching you while you're running around. Okay, then some building changes. The Crux shield scales now past the 25 million mark, which makes it harder to backdoor. Tier 2 turrets and generators attack damage is increased by 13%, and generators are moved back slightly to confer a greater defensive advantage. All these three things change or nerf pushing, which is good because so far pushing meta was pretty strong and quite boring actually. So this might change a little bit in favor of going for Syndara or other or global map objectives like Syndara, for example. So we will see if this is quite enough, but it's a good change, or it's at least it's a very good change in the right direction, I think. Okay, Chalice got nerfed again. Mana regen reduced to 1 from 1.3. Probably a good thing because it was still too good on too many heroes. Now it's probably really only for a few heroes who should still use it, like Moxie, Tinder, maybe 1 or 2 more. But yeah, I feel this was needed. So good job. 2 big item changes coming up. Stoneskin increased recipe cost to 1,300. It doesn't cleanse anymore, so it's not a viable pincer anymore, basically, or inertia boots. So you have to get inertia boots or pincer now to stop a stun or being vexed, obviously. However, the con control reduction is increased to 60% from a tapering amount, so it makes it a bit more reliable. And the damage reduction got increased as well, and passively grants 8 attack damage now. So this feels like a buff overall, probably. However, it's quite useless for mages now. Well, these 8 attack damage are really weird to me. It's only basically this item is focused on attack damage heroes now, which it's probably not bad, but it's a little weird. However, the item in general is more interesting now because it's not just buy a cleanse. It's more an item now, basically. We will see how this affects some heroes who relied heavily on this, though. But in general, this sounds like a good idea to me. Shadow Wheel got buffed, and the last big change, Berserker Mas completely changed, basically. Well, not completely, but it's reworked. The recipe cost got improved, and the component amount got improved. So it's way more late game now. It's way more late game item. However, it got 8% attack lifesteal added to his regular stats. However, the active got nerfed a bit. Besides S2 stating that this is a net buff, this feels like a nerf to me. So it's way more expensive with 2 more component points and 200 more gold on the recipe and the nerf to the active, and all you get is 8% attack lifesteal, while attack lifesteal is not that strong in the game anyway. I don't know. Maybe someone comes up with a great build for this, but right now this feels quite weird to me. This is the only change in this patch where I feel like this is a little weird. But we will see how it turns out, I suppose. So that's it for the most part. That's the big changes in the patch 0.2.38. I hope you enjoyed it. I will probably make a new crafting tutorial and a video about enchantings where we'll do some math on them in the near future. So if you're interested into that, you can keep looking forward to that. Up to then, thanks a lot for watching. Have fun and see you next time.